Let's finish Lesson 8.5, Day 2 with subtraction. Find the difference between these two fractions. X plus 1 over x squared minus 6x minus 16 minus x plus 1 over x squared plus 6x plus 8. When we have subtraction, it's super important to recognize following our 7 steps in order and making sure that when we combine our numerators for step 5, that we're specific to that subtraction. All right, step 1 is to factor the denominators. First things first, everybody, I just want you all to recognize that we can't actually subtract the x minus 1s and get 0. That doesn't work, okay? So that being said, let's go ahead and factor our denominators and look for that least common multiple. What do you notice about x squared minus 6x minus 16? If we were going to try to factor, we need two numbers that multiply to be negative 16, but also add to get negative 6. If you thought negative 8 and positive 2, that will work. X squared separates into x times x, minus 8, and then plus 2 would give us negative 16 when we multiply, and negative 6 when we add. In that second fraction, same idea. X squared now plus 6x plus 8. Now what are two numbers that multiply to get 8, but also add to be positive 6? We should be able to work with 2 and 4. So x plus 2 times x plus 4 is the factored form. Now we have x's in both fractions, so we're going to take our next step, which is the domain restriction. If neither of those parentheses can equal 0, that means x can't equal positive 8 and x can't equal negative 2. Over here in that second fraction, same rules apply. If x plus 2 can't equal 0, then x can't equal negative 2. Well, we already had that, so we don't need that again. And then x also can't equal negative 4. Step 3, finding that least common multiple for our denominators. Notice that we have just parentheses for these denominators. There are no coefficients, nor are there monomials. So I see x minus 8. And then we have a matching x plus 2, so we'll keep that. We also have that x plus 4. There's our LCM for the denominators. If we're going to convert each fraction, just like we did in the first video, take that top fraction and put the x plus, or the first fraction, sorry, and put the x plus 1 in parentheses. And as we write it out, we're just going to extend our fraction bar to be x plus 1 over. We already had x minus 8 and x plus 2, but we're missing the x plus 4. Remember what we put on the bottom? We have to also put in that numerator. And then the key thing with subtraction, that second fraction, I'm also going to put the x plus 1 in parentheses. All over. This one had the x plus 2 and the x plus 4, but it needs the x minus 8. Putting that on the bottom, we also have to put that on the top. Now remember, in this step, we have to simplify our numerators. So what we're going to do is take that first numerator and we're going to FOIL. The second numerator and we're going to FOIL. So let's see what happens. If I take that first that first numerator, x plus 1 times x plus 4, we're going to get x squared plus 4x plus 1x plus 4, and then minus, here's where it gets tricky. The second part needs to be in parentheses. If we FOIL the second one, we get x squared minus 8x plus x minus 8. Now, in order for us to combine, hang on. Let's put that all over our LCM. Sorry about that. What do we have? 3 parentheses, x minus 8, and they can be written in any order, x plus 2 and x plus 4. All right, back to that simplify. Because we're subtracting everything in that pink parenthesis, we need to distribute to all of those parts. And that is going to give us, what do we have? We have x squared plus 5x plus 4, so I just combined those two, minus x squared plus 8x minus 8, coming back to that, minus x is what I meant to say, and then plus 8. all over our LCM. Let's combine our numerators. What do we have? X squared. Ooh, they cancel out. That's nice. And then we have 5x plus 8x minus 1x for a total of 12x. Positive 4 as a constant, positive 8 as a constant, plus 12. All over x minus 8, x plus 2, and x plus 4. There's our simplified numerator. Now we're going to try to factor to see if anything cancels out with our denominator. I notice that we can take out a common factor of 12, but that would just give us x plus 1. And if I look at my three denominators, nothing is going to cancel. So there is finding our difference, making sure we include our domain. What were all the values that x couldn't equal? It includes negative 4, negative 2, and positive 8. Be careful when you get those subtraction problems. Take your time and follow your steps.